Let me see. All righty. Hey, folks, how you doing? Sorry I haven't been with you a lot today. Crazy stuff going on, but I hear my colleague Larry COVID filled in ably for me while I was gone. So this is our last session for the day, and I'm happy to say I've got my colleagues Matt and Ivan here to talk about MapleLMS. We were just having a fascinating conversation about AI and what that might look like in terms of when we're sitting here next year, what might be in these systems that help us along as we go about our work. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Matt, and I'll be off screen and off voice here, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, Reggie. I appreciate the introduction and appreciate being part of LMS Demo Day. We value our partnership with ASAE, and thank you very much for including us. So welcome, everyone. My name is Matt. I'm a relationship director at MapleLMS, and today me and my colleague, Avon, who's our customer training manager, will be presenting the MapleLMS platform to you. We do encourage you to use the chat feature if you have any questions, and we'll either address them in the chat or live at the end of the presentation. We're so proud of our feature-rich platform and the many ASAE clients we've gained over the years. During our demo, we really want to maximize the time in our platform, and I'll just provide a brief introduction to MapleLMS, for those who may not be familiar with you, before we jump into the platform and show you some of the sweet features of MapleLMS. So moving on, MapleLMS is a SaaS-based learning experience and certification assessment platform. MapleLMS is highly secure, a cloud-based white-labeled LMS, and we are ISO 9001 and 27001 certified. We're also a winner of the top 20 LMSs as recognized by Talented Learning. MapleLMS can scale to fit in different sizes of professional organizations, ranging from nonprofits to member benefit associations, trade associations, and much more. MapleLMS can be accessed on any web browser and on any device. And MapleLMS is driven by AI-powered technology to promote continuing education learning paths and recommended courses to your members. It supports continuing education through the course content and can issue continuing education credits, badges, certificates, and certifications. It's highly customizable and configurable to an association's needs and use cases. And we also do offer offline iOS and Android apps available for offline learning. It's completely accessible to all learners and can provide a significant amount of non-dues revenues through our e-commerce and microsite features that you'll hear about. So let's move ahead. Today, we're going to present MapleLMS's learner journey, the administrative functions, and how you can use powerful interactive content building tools to provide an engaging experience for your members. MapleLMS helps to save cost and time for staff and enhance the member experience. We also want to show you the power of integration. So we're a preferred partner with Salesforce CRM and Fontiva AMS. We're also listed on the Salesforce App Exchange, where we have some wonderful reviews, and I encourage you to check that out. We've also listed some other AMSs that we've integrated with before in the past, but we have open APIs that can be integrated with any system of records, such as a CRM or an association management system. And that really creates a unified experience for your users. It also reduces redundancies and errors, as well as provides powerful reporting synchronization capabilities back into your AMS or system of records. The two-way integration features a single sign-on capabilities and the ability to view such items as learner transcripts, certifications, or progress reports directly in your membership portal. You also have the flexibility in using your storefront within your membership portal to sell your courses, or you can use MapleLMS's inbuilt e-commerce features. We also offer great certification and assessment tools that features the question bank, a face match authentication, a lockdown browser, and AI proctoring tools for high stakes exams like certifications. So now I'm going to turn it over to Avon. He's going to share his screen and he'll walk you through the demo.
Absolutely, and thank you, Matt. So today I'll be showing some of the most essential features and tools that MapleLMS provides, and particularly for the association world, starting with the AMS integration. So I'm just switching my screen over here. And right now, here I'm logged into an association management system. And just for reference, this is Fontiva. So I'm logged into this association management system, and the page we are at is basically your storefront. Now, many associations that we work with, they like utilizing their AMS e-commerce tools to sell out their educational offerings, their educational content, and similar is a use case over here. So now when your member logs into your AMS and comes to the storefront, they can purchase a product from here. Product is basically your educational offering. So that could be a subscription, maybe a certification program, maybe a learning path, or even an individual course. And as soon as this purchase gets completed on the storefront, that product or the educational offering is then visible under the profile of this member. So as a member, if I go to my profile over here, I'll find all my purchases. I just have a subscription for one learner over here, and that kind of gives me access to pretty much everything inside the LMS. Okay. Now, the primary objective behind integrating your LMS with AMS is to enable a seamless communication between both systems. And this includes providing a single sign-on experience for your end users, and most importantly, synchronizing the LMS data with your association management system. So now, let's take an example over here. So as a member, let's say if I wanted to access my educational offering or the item that I just purchased, that's where the single sign-on comes into play. If I click on Access Now, with a single sign-on, this user gets redirected straight away into the LMS, where again, if this was an individual course that I purchased, then I would be coming straight to the course. But now we have a subscription, and that kind of lands me into this LMS site where I can browse through multiple catalogs and find the right trainings, find the right courses, maybe certification programs, maybe some recorded webinars, any of that, and enroll myself into that particular program. Now, that's again, keeping in mind is how a subscription works. So with a subscription, member comes in, they have access to everything, and they can basically subscribe to a course or maybe a certification program and enroll themselves into that particular item. But again, if this was like straight up an online course, you purchase that from the AMS and you get redirected straight into that course with a single sign-on. Now, that being the first part of the seamless experience, the second most important item is the two-way data synchronization between these two systems. And the way it works is, let's say your member comes to your LMS through the AMS. They engage into certain course, they maybe take a webinar and maybe a certification program. Now that learning data which resides in the LMS is then written back to your system of records, to your association management system. And in most cases that happens in real time. So for example, if I switch to this screen, now this is the Fontiva backend. I'm logged in as a admin. Now here we have all our members into contacts. And say if we go to a contact record, or let's just say members profile into your AMS, you're able to track all the courses that this member is taking, the progress inside that course, completion status, creation dates, enrollment dates, can also have completion dates. And most importantly, you're able to track what certificates a member has achieved, as well as all the learning credits that a member has achieved by each course. And again, this is one of our standard setups. And one of the best part about our product is that, and mainly with the integration, is that we are able to customize this integration. We're able to bring in objects and data points which are most important to you. And that's all a part of our integration. Now, with that, comes some reports. Now, definitely, if you're using an AMS, you would want to track all your engagements and progress inside your AMS system. And this integration allows you to build quite a few reports and dashboards. For example, if we look at this dashboard, it gives me insights on certificates achieved by every member, gives me insights on user enrollments. We can also track credits, or say credit allocation by each course. So we're able to see how many credits have been issued through a particular course. And lastly, we can also track course completion status right from here for every member. Again, this is one of our standard and the most basic setup. It can get as robust as needed, but that's what the integration offers to you. Firstly, a seamless experience through your association management system, and secondly, the two-way data synchronization between both systems. Now with that, I'll quickly jump into one of these accounts over here, and this is one of our demo sites. I am logged in with a learner account, and this is the dashboard for a learner. So dashboard is built up of quite a few widgets and blocks, such as this analytic widget, the course overview, and also a block for search and calendar. The best thing about our platform is that it allows you to customize or rearrange the position of these blocks and widgets, and you can customize the dashboard as needed. On top of that, the system is a white label solution and comes in with built-in capabilities to apply your own branding. So that could be your colors, logos, even fonts, and a lot of flexibility around the entire LMS platform. But a few things that I wanted to highlight over here. Firstly, MapleLMS supports multiple languages, so an end user can switch to a language of their choice, and that will translate the interface. So the menu items, the navigation, and all of that gets translated to that specific language. And secondly, which is also one of the most important items, is the accessibility tools. Now, accessibility tools are mainly for visually or hearing impaired individuals, and there are quite a few tools available with this accessibility feature. Number one, if I wanted to change, say, the contrast of this entire platform, I can switch to a higher, maybe a lighter, or even lighter contrast as needed, and always reset back to the normal. We can increase and decrease the font size as needed. And there are some more tools around closed captioning, text to speech available with these accessibility tools. Now from here, I wanted to walk you through some examples around different educational offerings. And we understand that every association is different, and so are the educational offerings. As an example, some associations offer self-paced learning through online courses. Some might offer webinars or virtual instructor-led trainings, and some might offer pretty much all of it. So we've got you covered with all the tools you need to create, manage, and deliver your educational offerings. And just to demonstrate that, I'm going to walk you through a few examples real quick. So here is an example for a fairly simple online course. This is an online course for music educators and has a few learning modules. And these learning modules would be some of the most essential, or even we can say these are some of the most widely utilized learning modules. So firstly, I have a video, a PDF file, a quiz, a feedback survey, and also a certificate of completion, all added into a single course. And apart from that, let's say if you offer packages, bundles, or even learning paths, certification learning paths to your members, then there's a solution available for that as well. So quick example around a certification learning path with some description and image. And if you notice, there are these individual courses linked inside this entire package. So a package can be created and can be sold as a learning path, or could be used as a package as well. Multiple use cases to it. And lastly, if you're into webinars and let's say virtual instructor-led trainings, then here's an example of how you can set up a webinar in MapleLMS. Now, this would be a webinar series. So I have about 3 different webinar sessions scheduled in this entire layout or in this entire series. And each of these have their own learning activities. So these are actually links that take you to that particular event. So as a member, I would simply come to that webinar. I'll get a join button 15 minutes prior to the start time. If needed, I can download an iCal file and upload, or maybe add this event to my personal calendar as well. And with these examples, just coming back over here, I wanted to walk you through one example around content. Now, MapleLMS supports pretty much any content file. So it could be a video, could be a SCORM package, XAPI, AICC, all of that is well supported. But we have built-in content authoring tools that allow you to create interactive learning content. And this would be an example around an interactive video. Now, with this video, I have certain interactions or knowledge checks layered at different timestamp. And if you just notice at these circles on the bottom, this is where I have a interaction added. Now, the primary use case over here is to make sure that your learners are not just passively watching a video, but actively engaging into your content. So as they're watching the video, an interaction shows up, asking a question, maybe about the video that they're watching, or even a general question, something like, are you still watching a video? And it does give you feedback on the right and wrong answer choices. It does support conditional branching, meaning if you pick a wrong answer choice, you can be sent back into the video, maybe to a particular timestamp, to watch that section again, come back to this interaction and go with the right answer choice. And definitely, you have the flexibility to add your own feedback as well for each of these answer choices. And quite a few interactions are supported. So if not a single select, you can definitely do a true false question type, even a drag and drop question type, or a fill in the blank question type as well. So that's some capability around content or the content authoring tools that we provide inside MapleLMS. But as I said, apart from that, any other content file can be uploaded. You have access to these learning activities such as quizzes and feedback surveys, so you can author your own assessments, your own evaluations for every course, or let's say even save that as a template. Now from here, one more essential item for an end user is their profile. So if you go to the profile, you'll find a achievements tab, and this allows your member to track all the achievements they've got. Now, the achievements include badges that a member has achieved, a list of certificates that a member has achieved, and most importantly, they have a view of all the credits that they have achieved, as well as the credits that they have manually claimed. Now, in MapleLMS, we have quite a few ways to issue learning credits. It can be a manual process where you want your members to manually claim credits after completing a course. It can be an automatic process as well. It can be an incremental credit allocation as well. So all of that is well supported. And here a member can easily track all the credits they achieve. They can filter by credit type and look at all and in this case, I've just selected CME, so I can track all my CME credits right over here, received from all the courses. Now with that, I'm quickly jumping into an admin account from here to walk you through some of the most essential features that we have for the association world. And this would be an admin's interface, has a bit more analytics on the dashboard. First thing that I wanted to highlight over here is one of our most powerful features, which is microsite. The microsite is an individual learning portal. And yes, Matt, you can definitely tell more about a microsite and how it relates to the association world. By the time, I'll just switch to a microsite and quickly show an example.
Sure, yeah, thanks, Evan. A real differentiator for MapleLMS is our powerful microsite feature. So this feature allows you to build unlimited microsites and sublicense your LMS and learning content, most often to member organizations if you're a trade association, but it also may be to other partners, affiliates, or chapters. And you can create unlimited microsites in a matter of minutes. It's a very simple process, and it's a standard feature in MapleLMS. An admin that you designate for the microsite can add users, and you can be given them as many permissions as you wish to extend to them, including creating and uploading their own content. The beauty of this, the learner data and progress is segregated to the microsite, so the partner will be able to see the progress of just their employees or users, and all of that data is rolled up into the main LMS for aggregated reporting. So this offers significant value to your member organizations that have an established microsite, and it can be a significant source for non-dues revenues. I also encourage many of our clients to create a microsite for internal staff training for the association staff. That could be a great use case, as well as having a separate portal for your members.
Thank you, Matt. And from here, I quickly wanted to jump in some analytics and also I understand that with many associations using an AMS system would prefer looking at analytics and reports in their AMS, but MapleLMS comes with 50+ reports and has quite a lot to offer. So just as an example, this would be a real-time reports and analytic dashboard, and this allows you to track your active users, course enrollments, completion rate. We can grab a course and look at the progress of that course right away. You have options to export into a CSV, Excel, or a PDF format. But most importantly, if you want to set up something like an email report, we can do that as well. So maybe a weekly or a daily or even a monthly progress report or email report can be scheduled. Then you have analytics around your popular courses. So this is where you can track which of your courses are doing better than others. And basically that's your popular course ranked accordingly. Now that works according to the number of enrollments, visits, and completions you have in a course. And that way the ranking goes up of any course. But then apart from that, we can track a variety of items. We have a list of inactive users. So you don't need to find your inactive users. Here's a list that is automatically generated to track your inactive users. We can go back as much as 6 months and look at all the members who never logged in to the LMS since then. But apart from that, you have some flexibility to create custom reports as well. And most importantly, if you're an association who works with cohorts or has a learning mechanism that involves cohort, this would be a report for you. So I can filter a report according to a specific cohort, and I can select the courses that I want. And now, if I wanted to create a report, I'll simply grab a few filters. So say I need the first name, last name, enrollment date, and say course progress. And that creates a custom report for me right away. But then you have these predefined reports available into the LMS, and there are quite a few reports. We're not getting into the basic stuff like progress tracking or activity tracking. We're looking at some exclusive reports today. And one of that is an attendance list or a web conferencing report. Now that is essential for associations who do a lot of webinars or instructor-led trainings, virtual trainings. So this is a dedicated report for that. And let me just walk you through this report real quick. So this report gives you a list of users with their name and the course that they took, the live class or the session or a webinar that they attended. And it also tracks their joining time, their leaving time, and the total amount of time they spent on that particular event. And if you notice, I have a couple of timestamps over here for this user. Now that represents that this user tried to join this session a couple of times. So initially at 12:39, he left and come back again within the same minute. And now I have 2 entries for this user. Now this all data is available right on this report. It can be exported into an Excel format. And the most important part is, or say the great feature is that we can push this data to your AMS as well. So if this was a member who took a webinar, you're able to track that into your AMS system as well, or maybe to go live training, so we can track that into the system as well. Now, one thing to notice is the attendance status. Now here, And particularly for your live events, we can set up a criteria. In fact, when you're setting up a live event, you can set up a condition for the attendance tracking. And here I have a condition that anyone who attends beyond 20% or shows more than 20% engagement in the session, meaning you have to be present or be in that session for more than 20%, that user is then marked as present for that particular session. And this is flexible. It doesn't have to be 20%, could be 50, or could be as strict as 90%. So that's really up to your preference. And that way, the LMS can automatically track and rate an individual, whether they attended or whether they were marked as absent for a particular event. So very specific report for organizations who are doing webinars and live trainings. And yes, as I said, this data can be pushed to your AMS as well. Now from here, I'm going to walk you through one more latest development that we've had, and this is known as a time spent report. Now, many of our organizations that we meet or customers that we've had this request to track how much time someone's spending on a particular thing, maybe a course, maybe an activity, and this is exactly what it does. So on this time spent report, I have list of courses, I have web time spent in minutes, and then from here I can dive deeper. Let's say if we take this course, virtual learning resources. And now here what I have is a list of learning activities and content which is available inside this course. And next to it is the amount of time recorded. So for example, if we wanted to look at this video and how much time a user spent on that video, we can simply go to view. And now that will give me the list of participants. So these are some of my course participants in this course who watched this video. And now I'm able to track how much time they spent on that particular video. So sounds like this user has 31 minutes. This one has 3 minutes and 51 seconds. And the last user, Sam Smith, has about 30 seconds. I think that's quite an overview, but lastly, just one quick item over here, and that's around email templates. Now, notifications are really important for any LMS system, and notifications in MapleLMS work automatically. You don't really have to configure a notification. You have 50 plus predefined notifications already available to use. You can turn off or turn on a notification anytime. For example, this notification I can disable, enable, and if I wanted to make changes to this notification, I can simply edit that email template that goes out. From here, I can add my own text, maybe add a variable from the user's profile. We can include a signature, and if it's a recurring notification, we can customize the frequency of that notification. So maybe something that goes out weekly, every Monday, and say up to 5 times. Now with that, Matt, I'm just going to hand over to you.
Yeah, just we just have a couple of minutes, but just wanted to point out we have a support button here. And another thing that really sets MapleLMS apart is our outstanding support and training team. So we offer 24/7 technical support, and the support ticketing button will allow us to collectively manage any support that's needed by your end users, but it can also be used for your staff and admins to reach out to MapleLMS with support. And through the ticketing system, it allows us both to track any issues in MapleLMS. We also offer unlimited virtual training for administrators and content creators. So we typically do this live virtually, and we load it up into your LMS so you have it for future on-demand learning. But we're also happy to schedule additional training, or if you need to onboard someone new on your association staff. All upgrades to the system are also included, and we offer unlimited secure cloud-based storage. So let's see, I got to most of the questions. We had a few around reporting and the microsites, and hopefully I answered them well. And Danny asked, do you integrate with Rhythm? So that could certainly be done as well. I would have to check with our team if we've done it previously, but typically if they have open APIs available, we're able to accommodate any of those requests. And then we also had a question, do you have an AI-driven personalized recommendation engine to recommend courses to learners? Absolutely. And that happens through a system of a user identifying any particular interests they have, and then it matches up and recommends courses accordingly. So we also have that great feature. So I think that concludes our demo today. Just want to point out, if you'd like to drop our business card off, which the system allows, we'd love to connect with you. We also do offer a way for you to experience MapleLMS for yourself with an exclusive free trial. So you can go to our website, set up a 15-day free trial account. And yeah, we'd love to continue any conversations. So you can always reach out to us at care@MapleLMS.com, or as I mentioned, also drop off your business card.
Well, Matt and Aben, thank you as usual for a great demo there. Happy to hear that folks are starting to at least think about AI in some other vein than just ChatGPT. My guess is that by this time next year, most association products will have been doing something at that. So good to see that preview. Aben, thank you for a good demo as always, my friend.
Thanks, Reggie.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys soon, okay?
All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
See everyone else tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.